Hi, I'm here to walk you guys through the elementary and middle school resources for our project. So I would start off first off talking about what a microaggression is with students and giving them examples of what that might look like. Next, I found two kind of cool videos, one for elementary school students and one for middle school students, centered around what a microaggression is and giving examples of how students may experience this, relevant for their grade band. When starting a lesson, I always try to activate prior knowledge by giving examples. So again, I have two examples here. One is an incredible poem about the importance of her name. And the second is a really cool video that gives testimonials around how people pronounce names and how it makes those people feel. Both are appropriate, I think, for both middle school and elementary. It's really up to you to use both or one at a time to reflect and show whatever thinking you want the students to experience. I always like to include a stop and jot or a pair share centered around what they watched. I may even kind of tell the students before they watch the video to think about what they might be feeling or what they should be thinking about while they're watching it, so they kind of have a thought in their mind of what they will be watching and what questions will come next. So our entire project is centered around names and how names are used to form identity and how names are how we present ourselves to the world and how we're perceived and the importance of names, because it is literally the way we are acknowledged throughout society, and it's a very, very deeply personal thing. So I found two read-alouds that I think is relevant to this topic, one for elementary and one for middle school. The one for elementary is called The Name Jar. It's about a student who arrived from South Korea and how she reacted to being teased about her name and eventually discovered that her name did have beauty and importance and validity. I included some questions that you might want to talk through students. The second is from one of my personally favorite books, The House on Mango Street, and this is the text about a girl who struggles with her name and what it represents, not just to herself, but throughout her family lineage and to her culture and to her language. And so I think for middle school students and elementary school students, upper elementary, this is a really great text for them to dive into. So I also included some questions around that text. Lastly, we have an activity. I really like using Flipgrid. We mentioned that this activity is for ELs, although it can be used by anyone, but especially for ELs, Flipgrid is a really important tool because it gives them the opportunity to practice their oral language skills. So there are some questions and some activities. So when clicking on the link, they're brought to this page here, choosing their names, and it gives examples of people who have changed their names. They will then use that content to create their Flipgrid and to answer some of these questions. Lastly, okay, so during our closing, we're going to reflect on the things that we've learned so far, and we're going to stop and jot or have a conversation with our peers about what they were learning about. And finally, I wanted to offer some strategies to making sure one's name was said correctly. I know as someone whose name is frequently mispronounced, I really struggle to correct people, and there have been times in my life where I have let literally months pass with my name said incorrectly because I was kind of too intimidated because of a power structure or just due to my own introvertedness to confront people or let them know that they were pronouncing my name incorrectly. And so I think it's really important to empower our students to feel confident and to practice saying their name correctly and reminding others that their name is worthy of being articulated in the correct manner. And that is the end of my lesson. Thank you for watching.